Perfect. How was your guys' week?
It's been pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
So, our topic was a little bit harder than what we're used to.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too bad. It took a while to find a good definition of it, though.
Yeah. So, for your example, my example, I just talked about how Google and how there's how there's an asset in the company and he sells it for and as long as it's within 6 months profit, then it's a short profit. But also with the insider trading laws, he just has to be careful with trading and other things. So that's what I used.
I used kind of just the Martha Stewart case where she was busted for insider trading. Because she was telling people hey, sell your stocks now, like it's about to crash or whatever. And I just said how that was made to benefit the public, rather than herself. So that was the difference between insider trading and I can't remember what the other one was called. So basically, because insider trading is made to benefit the public or those people the information's given out to. And then the other one, what's it called? I'm about to lose my mind. I can't remember what it's called. That one's made benefit the actual individual. So if she were to, let's say it was stock in her company and she said that kind of just to make her stock sell just so she could make a profit, then that would be the other thing, but the short-term profit or whatever. So that was my example to differentiate between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I looked up that rule, they actually had an example in the place that I found. And basically, because the rule or the rule 16 talks about how if you turn a profit if you're an insider and you make a profit, and then within 6 months, if there's information that affected that, basically the company can go back and get the profit back.
Yep.
And get them. But what it also says, it's very limited, and that rule only applies to people who own greater than 10% of the company. My example was this dude who was trading and he owned 12%, and he was aware of the rule, but he wanted to know if he'd still be in trouble, and he would be because he owned more of the company than he should have. But yeah.
Nice. So the question, I had a hard time coming up with it, but I just said when it comes to regulation of inside trading laws, who do insiders include? And then kind of in parentheses it says excluding top management.
Mm-hmm.
Then a section it's an insider includes not only top management and controlling shareholders, but also employee, broker, dealer, or consultant. So I just picked consultant as the right answer, and then I picked owner and officer, because that would be top management, because they kind of are in charge of the company, and then a controlling shareholder because it's also in that sentence. So.
Well, wouldn't they still get? If an officer or a shareholder was inside trading, couldn't they still get in trouble because they're an insider?
Yeah, and I'm not saying they're not insiders. It's just, I guess you're right. They, do you want to phrase the question differently, or just come up with different wrong answers?
Well, this isn't an insider anyone who knows information about the company that's not known to the public. So it could be someone in the company or outside the company.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
we could do when it comes to regulation of inside trading laws, which is not an insider? We do something like that.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
It's fine with me.
So what do we want the right answer to be?
Let me look. When it
I think
comes to regular,
what's something that could like really kind of throw people off? Something like related to top management. I'm almost thinking like almost like a I don't want to make it too obvious, but if we did like a CEO or CFO as like receptionist or something like that, you know, someone that they think might know a lot just because they have a tie to a high level, but in reality they really don't have like a ton to do with that. I feel like a receptionist would be too obvious. They may not think that. They may just think like, oh, that's just, you know, whatever. Just trying to think who wouldn't. I mean, like, I doubt anyone from human resources would probably know much about that. I mean, considering they just deal with like, you know, conduct stuff and records and stuff like that. Hey, Martha Stewart.
I know, that's what I thought. I was like, wow, he used that example, so.
That was the first thing. As soon as I saw insider trading, I was like, oh, I know what my example is going to be. Old Martha.
Like a lawyer? Would that work?
I mean, would it be like, I mean, at that point, it would have to be like the company's like almost on-site lawyer or something like that, right? Or, you know, someone they like in-house almost. Because I mean, if it was just a normal lawyer, I mean, people would probably just automatically assume they're an outsider. But I guess just depending on, you know, what the case involves.
So do the company as lawyer?
sure.
Now for the wrong answers, we'll do owner, officer, and controlling shareholder.
All right, that works.
Sounds good.
So feedback for the company's lawyer. What should we say?
Let me go. Can you scroll up just a little bit so I can look at the question again?
Yeah.
So with the lawyer, I mean, so I guess we could put like, you know, that the lawyer doesn't have a controlling share of the company more than likely.
That because I think that's the differentiation is
Yeah, at this point, just makes it seem like anyone that has, you know, more than 10% is
like that's where they really crack down basically.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks good to me.
Owner.
Owner would obviously have, you know, a very high amount of the shares or, you know, ownership within the company. Easily more than 10%, just with being in an upper management position.
Officer, it's top management.
Yeah, usually the officers have like, top management. They have like stock bonuses. Probably don't own 10%. But they probably overhear a lot of things. I mean, if you're an officer and you overhear about another division, I mean, that's a good opportunity.
Controlling shareholder. I mean, it's kind of like along the lines as the owner. I mean, with the way it's defined, or like what they say in the book, how it's a controlling shareholder, you would assume that he's a shareholder who holds a substantial amount in the company.
Yeah.
I think okay, you have controlling shareholder on there because I was thinking about it. I was like, that doesn't make, but I see he's put controlling, so that makes sense.
Cool. Did anybody else see the question on the review quiz? Our question?
Yeah.
Whenever I see that, I'm just like, oh, we did a good question.
We made it.
Yeah.
We made it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, basically.
cool. So is everyone nervous at all about this next test?
A little bit, but I've knocked out all my B361 stuff yesterday because I had like plenty of time to do stuff. So I got a little bit more time to study for this one. So hopefully I do better.
Which week are you on in B361?
I think it's week 10. I think. So we're done with Littlefield now, thankfully.
I remember
Gosh.
that. It was a pain in the butt, I'll tell you that.
I swear, dude, I feel like the less you do, the better you do.
Yeah.
Like, that's really what that class feels like. Like,
It's
what's the
kinda-
point of making us do this then? Like, you're trying to make us mess up.
Yeah. It's like do this and then just kind of like let it be for a while.
That's the other thing that's like, it's kind of hard about it. It's like, every hour equals a day. It's like at nighttime, like everyone's trying to sleep. Like, I'm not going to wake up randomly in the night and, oh, let's see